Witty Kitty is not too bad. I feel like the cartoon had a strong beginning and a strong end, but it definitely slowed down in the middle, so it's not perfect. This is a Walter Lantz Productions Hickory, Dickory and Dock cartoon from 1959. It's directed by Alex Lovy and written by Homer Brightman, with a voice cast including Grace Stafford, Paul Frees and Dal McKennon. And to be honest, there's not a lot of Hickory and Dickory in this. They do appear, but it's mostly about Doc and Cecil. And it starts off with Doc, the cat, being approached by two rather large, menacing-looking alley cats, and they trick him into going to get a roast turkey. And this roast turkey is in Cecil, Hickory and Dickory's house, and the cartoon is basically about Doc trying to get the turkey to bring it back to the other cats. Will he manage? Well, I'm not going to say, but it was an interesting concept. I think the narrative structure worked really well, even though, yes, I did feel the bulk of the middle was kind of slow. The narrative structure was still pretty good, and the pacing to get to the main point was quite good. And I will say, and this might sound contradictory, but the middle had a lot of variety. There were a lot of different attempts that Doc made to try and get the turkey. There were a lot of different responses from Cecil. I think it was mostly just not very many of them were actually interesting. So it just kind of felt like it was dragging and not really getting anywhere, and I kind of just wanted to find out whether he'd get the turkey or not. So definitely isn't my favourite. I don't think the execution is as entertaining as it perhaps could have been, or as perhaps I would have liked it to have been, and I would have liked a little bit more Hickory and Dickory. But what we got of Doc, definitely not too bad. Really like Cecil as a character, and the animation itself is visually very appealing. I do like the animation for this. I like the colour palette. We have a lot of bright, bold colours, and the details within the house, the kitchen, I think that was all very satisfying. So there are certainly a lot of positives. There are definitely a lot of things about this that did work, but for me, the bulk of the cartoon was, it felt slow and not that interesting. Not enough for me to dislike the cartoon. I wouldn't say I was bored, I just wasn't enthusiastic. So I was kind of in the middle. It's an okay cartoon, but with some good aspects, such as the characters, the animation quality itself, and also the concept. I thought it was a decent concept. If you're a fan of Hickory, Dickory and Doc, or specifically Doc, then absolutely, it's worth checking out. Definitely could be better, but in general, Witty Kitty is not too bad.